Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Bizchicks TV. This is the place for tips, tools, and strategies, everything that you need to take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. It's Tuesday. The Digital Diva is in the house. We have Terry Johnson online from New York City, right here, right now, to give us all the greatest and best and the mostest from social media and digital marketing. So without further ado, here's TJ.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of marketing talk. We talk about marketing tactics, strategies, things you need to know. Last week we talked about podcasting trends and data. So it's all about bringing information that you need to know because everything is changing. That's why we have to talk about it because you cannot use information from 2017 pre-pandemic and then decide what you're doing now online and then you get mad when it's not working because things have changed. There's a shift in media. We talked about that a lot. um Today's show is benefit, or we'll talk is benefits over features, and I want to explain a little bit how we got there because you're like, what are we talking about? So the benefits over the features is how you differentiate. I always have trouble with that word. It's such a big word. Differentiate, which means how does your business stand out among the other crowd, the competition, online stuff? And we can agree that is harder than ever now because more people are online using generative AI tools, and there's a lot of content, right? We
Yep,
can agree on that. Okay. So
we agree.
one of the things we're going to talk about is, well, how do I stand out? How do I get my message across? How do I connect with the right people at the right time at the right place, which is what marketing is really simply. You could talk about the 4 P's, and I had that in class and the professors will talk about that, but that doesn't really, it's not like an everyday thing like, okay, well, I need to be on social media. What is the 4 P's going to do for me? So it really doesn't do that to talk about it in academic terms, I guess. So I really want to talk about it because I watch a channel, and you've heard of it. It's called Social Media. What is it? Social media. Hold on. I got the link. Social Media Examiner. I wanted to say Social Media Marketing. Social Media Examiner. And
Mm-hmm.
is run by Mike Stelzner. He's everywhere. He has a social media marketing podcast. He throws an event every
Year.
February. Yeah, it's every year. It's like February, and everybody comes out to. I think it's in San Francisco somewhere. It's on the West Coast. It might be Sacramento. I'm not sure where it is,
Oh, it's not
but
here.
he does it every year, and I've been following for a long time, and hopefully I'll get to come soon. I hope one year I'll get to go. But they do it virtually also, so you can buy the virtual ticket, and you can. What it is that people in marketing come and talk, and he picks the people, and they talk about what's current for the year, what's changed. So I watched one of the shows this weekend, and I put the link in. It's called How to Use Benefits as a Competitive Advantage. Now, here's the description. Want your product or service to stand out in a crowded marketplace. Looking for a compelling way to position your brand. Explore how to use benefits and outcomes to differentiate your business. And like I said, that's a big word, but all it means is just standing out in the crowd, which is what everybody is trying to do. So let me put the link there so you guys can watch it. I have not finished it because I kept backing it up and listening, and I'm going to run it through some tools and have it do a summary, but I want to hear it first. So some of the things he said, and I forgot the name of the person that he's interviewing. I forgot his name. Alan Weiss, and he's here it is. Alan Weiss is the director or the founder of marketingprofs.com, and I want to show you that real quick. um because hold on, I got a bunch of pop-ups here. This is a good marketing site that I've followed for a long time. I get the emails and I forget to look at the newsletter, but they got good stuff. So let me bring that up so you can see. All right, so that is Marketing Profs, PROF. I guess it's marketing professionals. He explains the whole thing. This website has been around for a long time. Let me scroll some more so you can see. Marketing news in your inbox 4 times a week. They talk about B2B and B2C. B2B is business to business, and B2C is business to consumer. So pretty much when people are talking about marketing and what groups they're talking about, they they either talk about consumers or reaching other businesses. B2B is other businesses. So there's a lot, they have a lot of stuff. They have a bunch of stuff. They have events, they have blog posts, they have forums, it's so much stuff that I forget to look at it. So if you ever, get a chance and you like, well, let me look at it, go to the website and then I think you can click on resources. And as you can see, this drop down, they got tons of everything. Everything. All right. So he's the founder of that. I just wanted to bring that up. It's called Marketing Profs. And let me put the link. Let me reopen that and copy. Let me put the link to that. So he's the founder of this website. I'm not sure how long. It's been around for a long while. Okay. Let me put the because marketing profs.com. Okay, so this guy's the founder. So then this show that I put the link in was March 28th, 2024. And it's Michael Stelzner, which is the founder of Social Media Examiner. They're everywhere, just whatever website, whatever platform, they're there. And Alan Weiss, which is the founder of the Marketing Profs. Now, where I'm getting interested in is when they're talking about benefits. And he's saying a lot of people business wise get tripped up on talking about themselves and features. Okay. I got this great product and it's low price and it has bells and whistles and it makes potatoes and it's the almond and then so and we talk about that. A lot of business owners are so proud of their baby that they talk about the baby. And he's like, no, that's not the way you do it. You have to talk about benefits. Benefits, and let's get into the definition. I always like to give you that. So the benefits. And this is from and another way how I got to this, his wife is also a professor that teaches at some college. I don't have her name, but her book, he mentioned her book, and I went and got it, and I read one chapter. I got to finish reading it. It's called The Brand Benefits Playbook. And it's Alan Weiss, which is him, and actually, he has a PhD. I did not know that. So it's Dr. Alan Weiss and his wife and some other people, another person, I think. And it's on Amazon, with wherever you get your books. So I've just started reading it. I can't recommend it. I'm just started reading it because I got interested in this. Because why do we want to talk about things like this? Because you want to stand out. And I always say that social media we're in the middle of it. It's not the beginning where it was like, oh, you could post your meal and you could, you can't talk about the little things that you talked about before because everybody goes, what big deal? I don't really care. And you know what Gen Z is doing. What are they doing? On TikTok dancing and doing all of it. So you're not going to cut through that noise. Does everybody understand why we're here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
That's not going to happen.
So we got to think about ways of talking about a business or a brand, making content that stands out on social media because, the thumb scroll, all of the reasons that we talk about. And when I heard this, I was just like, I already knew about talking about the benefits thing. But when he was explaining about a ladder and the 3 things, I was like, okay, now he's getting into professor mode, but we have to talk about it as this might be the way. Well, not might be. This is the way that you want to create content that's going to engage people online because that's the big complaint, right? I have 30,000 people on Instagram and nobody sees my content. Well, the thing with Instagram is you got to get one to like it and share it, and then it's like the telephone game. Remember that game, the telephone? You tell somebody, and by the time it gets to the 30th person, it's a whole different story. But it's being shared, is what I'm saying. It's being shared.
Yeah.
So the more your content is engaging and it's shared, everything grows from that. And I understand a lot of people upset. That's not fair. I have 30,000 followers. Instagram, you should show my content to every person that follows me. And Instagram go, we don't got time for that. We don't have the bandwidth. We don't have the servers. We gotta use, and they've been using AI, their algorithm, AI, to determine how a sample, and this is I'm getting in deep into marketing. This is how marketing studies are done. You never, when they say Coke sells more than Pepsi or this, that, they don't talk to everybody in America. Because I've worked for Nielsen. We don't talk to everybody in America. We have samples. In a state, there's a sample of different cities, not every city in a state. Within those cities, there are different places where we go to survey.
Right.
And it could be a mom and pop, or it could be Walmart or Target. But they have over the years determined who to talk to get the sample. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that I understand what Instagram is doing. They're taking a sample because they can't talk to everybody. Can't talk
now,
to everybody. Go ahead.
On Friday, you brought us a story on something that Instagram is doing that will make people more reachable. We talked about it on Friday that they did something where now you can, oh my gosh, it's not search. I want to say go back and watch it again, but there's a way now that you can have your people see you.
Oh yes, it was favorites, and now it's something else. I forgot what it's called. I have to look at my notes. Yes, Meta is making something in Instagram where you can you have to tell people to put you. Is it not favorites? It was called something.
Right, and I'm trying to go in here and see if I see it, because
I have to go and look at my notes.
That eliminates the excuse now. It would eliminate the excuse for people trying to connect with you.
Let me see if I can find it real quick in my notes. Sorry, guys, we're going to take a little break.
Yeah, because I'm going to.
I can find it real quick. I just have to switch out one document for the other and just look through. Okay. Yeah, notify sticker.
That's it.
Okay. So they have a new notify sticker to help creators maximize connection with fans. It's a notify sticker for creators, and you'll be able to prompt your audience to set up reminder to ensure that they see their upcoming posts in the app. There's a notify sticker, and then it's they're saying that that's going to be a way for your followers to see more of your content. And then there was a quote. Let me read this real quick from the CEO, Adam Mosseri. Nobody reaches all of their followers when they post primarily for two reasons. One, a lot of your followers won't open the app that day. And two, those who do log in have far more posts to see than they have time to spend, and don't scroll down far enough to get to every post. Okay, so that was what we talked about on Friday. Okay.
Right. So now so if you're looking for all of your people to follow you, your excuse has just been rectified. You can now have people turn on their notifications, just like on YouTube.
Yes.
You need to turn on a notification.
But they already had something called, what was it called? Favorites. But nobody was really using it.
Right, because and maybe because now notify is a better way of doing it.
Right. See, they're working on it. They're not going to, what people want is a chronological feed where Instagram was in the early days. They could show every post. and we're not in the early days because there's so much content. So on Instagram, real quick, there is, you have different feeds. You have the story feed, the main feed, the reels feed. So when you're in your main window and you tap on the word Instagram at the top, there's a drop down arrow where you see the people you're following and then your favorites. So you could switch it to your favorites. Favorites are people that you have starred their profile, their account. And then you switch, but see, a lot of people don't use that, or it's not work, whatever it is, because you're telling people to get out of I open Instagram, I see what I see. You're telling me to go to the top. That's a lot for people to remember. Sorry, Instagram.
But if they turn on the notification,
yes,
then whatever you posted, your people will get it.
Yes. Again, they're not going to do that unless you have to teach them. And I remember when the favorite feed came out, I remember Gary Vaynerchuk would make posts of, he took a picture of him pointing up at the star and telling people to do it. So you have to tell people that they're not going. What I'm saying is they're not going to do it without you giving directions. Again, you have to play traffic cop when you're on social media, because it's a platform where you're directing people to do something. So what does a traffic cop do out in the middle of the intersection with the little whistles and the white glove? I don't know if they do that again, but they're out when the lights are down, there's a cop that comes and that's what you have to do. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And we got some comments. Hey, Mark's here.
Hey, Mark.
Mark says, I have no favorites. I treat everyone equally. I provide equal opportunity by ignoring everyone on certain days. Thank you, Mark. I always try to think about ways to make this easy, because I know it's frustrating because there's a lot of information. But when I heard this Alan Weiss, Dr. Weiss talking, and I still haven't finished this interview on Social Media Examiner. How long is it? It's about 44 minutes. But there was so much good stuff in it. And I always use YouTube as podcast. I'm listening while doing something else. So for something to make me stop and rewind and keep rewinding means that it's good, and I have to sit around and decide, okay, I have to listen to the whole thing. But I got the book. I read one of the chapters, and I'm gonna get into that. I got a bunch of books I gotta read. But okay, so let's get into why are we talking about this now? Because we want to stand out. How do you do that? And he brought it up really well. Sell the benefits and not the features. Yep. His example was selling a drill bits or something, which I don't really use. But he was saying that you don't sell the drill, you sell the hole. Does that make sense to everybody? Because what does a person want with the drill?
To make a hole.
Yes. There you go. That's it. They don't want the drill, they want the hole. And then there's different size holes and whatever the stuff is. Trey knows more than me.
If the drill will make the hole that I need easily and effectively without a lot of mess, if I can get that hole just the way I want it.
Thank you. So there it is right there. What are the problems and the issues, the pain points that go along with getting that hole in the wall or wherever you're putting it? The person that wants the hole knows what the problems are. You're selling the drill as, oh, it's cheap. It's the cheapest one. The person making a hole doesn't care about that because they're building a house or they're whatever it is. They don't care. Well, they do care about the cost, but they don't want the cheapest one because using the cheapest one may not give them what they want, or it may delay because the drill breaks, or you see what I'm saying? They need quality tools.
And they need to know that drill is going to give them the hole that they want.
Right.
And so the people or the people who made the drill have to talk a lot about the hole.
Yes, because a drill is a drill. But if you talk about how fast it makes the hole, how all the things that Fran just said, the efficiency of making the hole, the precision, the this, the that. That you talk about the hole, and I love that he brought that up. You talk because they want to make a hole. They don't want to buy a drill. They know they need the drill to make the hole.
But why do I need your drill to make the hole?
Why do I need your drill? And it's not people always go, oh, because I'm the cheapest.
No.
So
I want this because
this industry doesn't want cheap because they make a lot of holes.
Right.
They drill a lot of holes. I don't want cheap. I want quality. Now, I'm not going buying a $3,000 drill unless it's they're in an industry where their drills do cost that, where whatever industry, the drills that do cost that and more. But those people, no.
Because if I want a hole that makes the hole fast, makes it clean, where I don't have to go back in.
I got 1,000 holes to make. I need efficiency. I need quality. I need hole. I don't need to go, okay, well, this hole is taking 5 minutes to make where it should take a second. You know what I'm saying? So those are what I'm saying is those are the things that you focus on instead of, oh, look at my drill. It's yellow instead of red. No one cares. No one cares about the color.
Will it give me what I asked for?
We're going to make pink ones for the ladies. I don't need a drill. I don't care what color it is. I don't care. It could be a designer drill. I don't care. But see, you have to know you have to know the people you're talking to. You have to know what they know. You have to know what their problems are. And then you match your product or service. This works with services too, to that problem. That's why I said benefits over features. Because people want to talk about, especially with a car. Oh, it's this and that, and you can get it in this color. That. Well, I don't really care about that. Is it safe? Is it reliable?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to do X, Y, Z? Is going to, and it depends. Is it a family? Is it a single person? Is it a grandmother? See how all of those factors come in? All those people come at the car differently, what they need. So that's where it's multi-layered. Benefits over the features.
And the benefit to that particular audience. What is the benefit to a particular audience?
Right. So this is what I always say when it comes to, well, okay, I'm gonna get on social media. I'm gonna make, well, who is your audience? And what do they care about?
So we got the audience, and then the benefit that you offer that audience.
Yes.
It's the audience, and then what you offer them that would be a benefit to them, not just
right. I'm here. I'm just here. Who cares? It's a drill. It's pay. I don't care. All right. So let's remember this. Benefits are the things that help customers reach their goals and reduce their pains. Features refer to what the product or service offers. Benefits refer to what the product or service does for the customer. So you want to switch it instead of, here's my product. You want to switch it to the customer. What do they need? And then you work back from that. Most people start with their product or their service and go, oh, we're the cheapest and we're this and we're conveniently located and whatever. So,
do the cookies taste good? Because the soup Nazi was like that. Why did he have a line out the door?
Oh my God, don't bring up the soup Nazi. His soup. And I'm a person that I'm going to tell you, I don't like canned soup. I don't do canned soup. If I can't make a soup, I don't have it. So I'm not what's the instant soup in the pack? And I don't do that.
That's not soup. I don't know what that is.
So we got delis and places around here that they make soup. Like they make it. Like my favorite Chinese restaurant downtown, they get up 3 o'clock. I know they're getting up 3 o'clock in the morning making that broth. There's no way. It's not instant. It's not. They put the bones in the thing and they cooked it and it cooked for 3-4. I could tell. So I'm just saying that is something that, like with the soup Nazi, why was people talking about his soup? to the point where it was on Seinfeld, and it was crazy talk about because it was that good. When New Yorkers in January, 0 degrees, bundled up, breath the you know the frost coming out all the way around the corner, waiting for some soup. You know that's some soup because we don't wait in the line, especially not in the middle of January.
So this is he had a benefit that he was offering to people who decided they wanted it, right?
See, here's the thing: there was no advertising. There was no
None.
advertising. It was a soup. It was the soup place. It was a small place. That's why in the show they were talking about you got to know what you want when you got up there, and you had to move to the because you had to do that because it was a small space. So and for him and it's to maximize people want the soup. So it's like okay. There's 1,000 places, 1,000 delis that you're going to pass before you get to the soup guy. He didn't advertise. It was word of mouth, and it was also a line. So I always know when I see a line, something's quality is there. And then I go up and I say, well, what's this line for? And they'll tell you. And I'm like, okay, I don't have time. Let me go. Or they'll be like, you'll get in line. But see, there was no advertising. Somehow, and I'm trying to remember where it was, Midtown somewhere. Maybe somebody that worked on Seinfeld's show, like a staff person, was like, they went and got the soup, and he had the soup, and he was like, this is the best soup ever. And then investigated from that. So that's how it happens. But the guy making the soup came from, I forgot what country it came from. He making soup, know how to make soup from scratch.
See, and that's the benefit for a person like you is that it has to be from scratch.
Yeah, it has to taste good. It has to be from scratch.
And it cannot come out of a can or out of a packet. It had to come from scratch. And so that was the benefit for you. And so they knew their audience. And they did that. They fixed it for people who wanted home cooking soup.
Yes. So and he's in a place in New York where, like I said, you pass a deli. There's soup in there. I know if I want soup, there's a deli, but there's delis that we like. Like that's not a good deli. That's a good deli. Like for a sandwich or this, we know these things. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna pass all of those places. Who's the place that has the soup? Panera? Is it Panera?
Panera has soup.
We got those are on the corner. People are like, nope, I'm walking past all that to the soup guy. And when he closed, we were all crying. So, but
and there's a difference because Panera is corporate soup,
right. So, but see, what I'm talking about, there's a lot of things that people value, your customer value. What do they value? With the soup, it was quality soup made from scratch. With the drill, I don't need a drill. I need to make a hole to build a house or to hang a wall. It's something that's coming. So you have to know what the pain point, the goal is of the audience, because your customer's in there. So you got to do that. And you do it by talking about the benefits, not the features of the item, or even with services. One of the examples I think he talked about was in this, I think I got this from the book, was that brands that provide an experience or services that provide the experience. And his example, I'm trying to where is it? Where is it here? Charities. They brought up charities. What's the benefit there of donating your stuff to charity? Well, you get rid of your stuff that you don't want. You don't want to throw it out. You want somebody to get the benefit of it. It makes you feel good as a person to give. It provides relief. It provides an opportunity for you to buy more stuff because you're getting rid of your old stuff. And then instead of throwing it in the garbage, you're giving it out because it's still good. A couch is still good. I don't want that couch anymore because I'm changing my walls and I want a different color. This couch is still good. You either give it away or you sell it. Those are, you decide what you're going to do.
Mark has a comment. He says, when I was 10 and living in Japan, My friends and I opened a restaurant. We served soup and sandwiches to the officers' wives on the military base. The soup was quality. It was Campbell's.
I love that. See, enterprising at 10. Yeah, you're gonna be well, you're 10. You're not gonna make soup from scratch. You're gonna be like, well,
And these
Campbell.
people are going, this is like the lemonade stand.
Yes.
They're going to buy because kids will sell it. They're like, oh, look at the
And see, this
children.
is the thing. I'm glad you brought it the lemonade stand because it's not like we adults want lemonade. We're like, oh, that kid is cute. Let me help them out. I don't really, lemonade. Okay, you do that. Same thing with you were doing the soup. It was like, hey, they saw kids like, oh, isn't that so cute? Yeah, let's buy some. They know it's Campbell's. I'm like, but they see that now. If that was an adult person standing there, they would be like, no, thanks, because the cuteness factor is not there.
No.
Mm-mm. We like, okay, adult person. That should be homemade soup. The soup man, the soup guy. But when it's kids, it's like we don't care what it is. It's like it's kids
because we want to reward that entrepreneurial spirit. We want them to feel like, okay, you can do this.
We want to encourage the children that you're doing something great, enterprising. Let's help by, and that's a part of it. It's never about the lemonade, the Girl Scout cookies. Well, it is get back to Girl Scout cookies if people want them, but a lot of it is I'm doing something good by helping these kids. I'm doing something good by helping this charity. So that's how it applies to something that's not a product. Okay, so you have to think about that. I have one of I know a lot of people that have nonprofits and stuff always tell them, listen, you can't just donate. You have to tell stories. You have to give people a reason to open their wallet.
Right. And the story is this, you're telling the story of the benefit.
Yeah. What happens when I give? What happens when I give? Tell that story, because just saying, oh, we're a charity. Well, there's 1,000 charities. Why should I give to your charity? And that's when this story comes in and make it has to be authentic. It has to be something that happened. Mark says, let me bring up Mark's.
Mark says, we had tables made of giant spools with wood tops, a host, waiters. I was the manager. I didn't understand profit margins. We ended up spending all of the income on more food. We had to close.
Oh, that sounds great, Mark. That sounds great. That's something. I'm loving that story.
But the experience, right?
Yes.
Not being afraid to jump in there, and you sold the benefit of having some hot soup and sandwiches.
Yeah. So let me just some notes I have. I just want to get them out so we make sure. So benefits refer to what a product or service provides to customers to help them achieve their goals or eliminate their pains. Pain points are the specific problems or challenges that customers are facing. Goals are the desired outcomes or achievements that customers are aiming for. So we don't want to confuse those things. Those are three different things. Three different things, because the goal of a person who wants to lose weight is they want to be healthy, look thin, look good, all of those things. The pain points are the problems that they face getting to that.
Right.
But you sell the benefits. You always sell the after, because that's how they're looking to go. I've got a picture in my mind of how I want to look. And this has to do with weight loss or going to a beauty salon, a spa, getting your hair done, whatever, anything like that. People are looking at the end result because they've seen someone look like they want to look. They've seen a picture of a model. They've seen, the even with travel, they've seen the vacation of someone being already gone. They went and looked in one of the Condé Nast magazines, travel magazines, and the pictures of Bali is beautiful. You want to be there. How do I get there? See,
well, we make it easy for you. We'll do blah, 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 blah. You will make the check-in easy. We'll do this and do this so that you end up with that.
But see, they show the goal. They show the beach. They show the place. They show what. Okay, so somebody going to Bali is going to want someplace tranquil, and they want meditation, and that's why all of those pictures of like French Polynesia and stuff, they all look so. Ooh, you can imagine yourself there, away from the stresses of your life.
Right.
There's never a picture of, okay, stressful people walk, because they're working stressful and everything. They're like, well, I'm in Bali, but I still got to work. But
we're not showing that picture.
The hotel part of it, the travel part, the travel industry is going to show you the tranquil beaches with nobody on it. I can see myself there. Or the little huts where you get the massage, and they got the lotus flowers, and the scene. Because that's where you want to end up. They know, that's why they show you that, because they know you want to end up there. They don't show you, well, you got to get the flight, and you got to get on the plane, you got to transfer from the big plane to the little plane to take you to the little island out on the little thing. They don't tell you all of that, but it's because you got a picture in your mind of the end result. I'm stressful. The job, the this, the that. I need a vacation. I need to go someplace. Now, someone with a family of little kids, they got a different thing that they want. They might want the tranquility, but they got those little kids. So that's why you see the Disney cruises, where they show you drop your kid off all day over here, and you go to we got the spa experience on the cruise ship. The parents get to go over here, and the nightclub, and the dancing, and the fun. And the kids go over there, and they're out your hair for the whole day. And when you go to get them from wherever, they're tired. They're dead tired. They fall in the bed. Just no resistance. See? So that's why it's like you have to do that.
So basically, Disney created a resort experience for the whole family. That
right.
That the parents don't have to.
Yeah.
The parents don't have to necessarily. We provide. We'll take care of your kids.
Remove the barriers to the parents going, well, we need a vacation, but we want to go to Bali or French Pond. We want someplace quiet and tranquil and serenity and massages, and the dad plays golf or whatever it is. But we got the kids. How do we get that both experiences? That's why Disney does that, and some other cruise lines are. That's why you see a cruise line. Is it Norwegian Cruises? I think they're more of an older couple.
Yeah, the
children.
That river. What is that?
River cruises.
Viking cruises.
Yeah,
Viking.
They know who their audience is. It is not parents with young children. Maybe, but most of the time it is empty nesters. The kids are out. They're in college, or they got their own job, they're married. It's our time to do the river cruises, our time to do the Norwegian cruise. That's why you see the advertising and the way that they set up the content is different. See? So they're selling the benefits. You can take that cruise that you've always wanted now because you got the time. You're retired, or you're this, or you're that. They know those things. Mark says, for those unable to go to Disney, I recommend serving your children every time tea. Tell them that is a new flavor of Kool-Aid. And then he put the oh yeah. Because that's what Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. Mark. Those are Mark's recommendations, 9 hours.
No. That's our disclaimer.
So I'm just saying that those are the things that you have to think about, especially when you have trouble of, okay, I need to be on social media. I need to make content. I can no longer make content that it has to connect. Content that connects. How do you connect? And what is the goal?
What's the benefit of putting if you can steer me in the right direction. What I hear you saying is whatever content I put up, it needs to connect in a way that gives a benefit to the person.
Yes.
Looking at it, reading it.
The part you need to know is their goal. Like with the drill and the hole. What is the goal? They want a hole. They don't want the drill. They need the drill to make the hole. So you have to know the goal, the end result, and then you work it back by saying, well, why? That's how you do it. You ask why. And you can do this yourself, or if you've got customers, that's why you always survey who you have. You always ask them, because you want to you also want to keep current with what they may have a new problem that you didn't know about. But if you survey, if you talk to them, if you have conversations, online meetings, whatever. And a lot of larger businesses, corporations don't want to do this because they don't want to hear what their customer has to say. That's
So,
why it doesn't work in a large corporation, because they don't want to hear what customers have to say about the product, because they may complain and we don't want to hear the complaints. And I'm like, but you need the complaints, because customers complaining is a sign for you to fix something that's wrong.
or yeah, because then everybody's going to have the same thing and you've never fixed it, and the same people keep falling in the same hole, as it were. They keep hitting that same speed bump, or what is it, pothole. They keep hitting that same pothole that you won't fix.
And I used to have a client, and they would wonder why this, and I said, well, okay, what are the reviews saying? Oh, some of the reviews were, oh, the receptionists are up, people at reception are up there gossiping and talking, because it was a small office. You don't want your customers coming in and sitting down and waiting for you and hearing gossip, and they can take that to the back. They're working, right? So if they're not talking about work and they want to gossip, nobody said you can't talk, but they can go in the back.
In the break room somewhere.
They could go behind the door. And I was like, that's something you need to fix, because it was a constant complaint of every time I go there, the girls up front are, you don't want that. Especially if it's something where you're having a procedure done where you're nervous about. You don't want all of that noise and stuff. You want to have calming things, and okay, yeah, you got the cucumber water, but you got people up there. And so I was like, your clients are leaving reviews and saying that publicly. Those are things to fix. Those are things, I'm just saying, those are things you always want to know what to fix. What's broken. People are going to tell you, especially today with social media. So I'm just saying that those are things you have to listen to. All right. So now that we talked about the benefits and things, I want to have some a list of things that we need to look at and work on. One was looking at the survey and talking to people and seeing what they want, what's broken, how to fix it. So you want to set your business apart from competitors, attract more customers. You want to figure out what makes your product or service special. Understand how each special feature benefits your customer. Ask yourself why those benefits matter. Why do they matter? You just simply why. Why would they want this? And then it's a ladder. The way Professor Weiss explained in the video, and I have to go back and re-listen. He said it was a benefits ladder. Like you start with the goal, and then you ask why would they want, and then the whys take you all the way back to the beginning where you need to start. Explain why your benefits are better than what others offer. Show how your product or service solves problems uniquely. We talked about that. So you use that information to market your product or service based on these unique benefits. And you're explaining why they should care. Why do I care? Why do they care? And then you get a bunch of answers. All of this helps you create the right content. Make sure your benefits are clear, quantifiable, and important to your target audience. Do not be vague. Be very clear. Be very simple, clear language. And the last one, keep getting feedback to improve your understanding of customer needs and refine your benefits over time. That was one of the things we just talked about was, looking at surveys, looking at reviews online, testimonials, see what they like and what they don't like. All of that keeps you understanding, well, is the goal still the same for my my potential customer?
And I think you've talked about this before, called social listening, where you go in your industry and you go to your competitors and see what the reviews are saying and what the people's pain points are. You can find the pain points in the reviews. Well,
Right.
it's running too small. So if I'm a provider of a t-shirt or something, then I'm going to make an adjustment. Our shirts run true to form because
Yes.
I heard that was a problem for other people.
Right. I have another note that I just wanted to read. It says, by effectively explaining the advantages of value that your business offers, you can make your products and services more appealing to potential customers. When customers understand the benefits they will receive from choosing your business or buying your product or service, they are more likely to be interested in purchasing from you. And remember, a confused mind does not buy, they stay confused. I always bring up the thing about the Baskin Robbins 31 flavors. Oh, 31 flavors. And when they get in there, they order vanilla chocolate because it's just too much.
Yeah, too many things on the menu. We do not want to confuse people.
No.
I had that experience recently.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. So I just started playing golf, right? And I'm like, okay, so I want to get some golf lessons online, right?
Yeah.
And so they're going to give me these lessons, and they caught me because I was looking for something else. The video caught me, and I'm like, oh, I need to learn how to swing better or whatever, right?
Right.
And then, so he caught me with that. Okay. The next step was I'm ready to pull out my card and buy.
Right.
Why are we so? Then he's like, oh, and by the way, you get this bonus and this bonus and this bonus and keep adding stuff to the menu. I was like,
features,
dude, just give me that.
There's a thing in sales. There's a point where you stop talking because you're going to talk yourself out of stuff. That's a perfect example. Features over benefits. What do you look? What is the person looking for? I want to learn how to play golf. I want to get better at golf. That means my swing. I must work on my swing. That's all you do, and say, here's the solution. Stop talking. Not, oh, you get this and you get, when they pull out 1,000 things, because a lot of people think the more they pile on, that will get the sale. And there's a point where you got them, they're ready to buy. Like Fran said, she's ready to put out a card, and then you kept talking. Stop talking. A confused mind does not buy.
I don't care about all that other stuff. I want to fix my swing. I don't care about.
There it is. That's it.
I don't care about the program and all these little add-ons. I don't care about that because I can only do one thing at a time. I can come back for the other stuff, but
all that stuff he could give you after you press buy and the credit card went through, and he sent out an automated email saying, oh, thank you for buying. Now look at all these wonderful things we're going to do. You and I are going on this wonderful trip of learning how to perfect your swing. And instead of piling all that crap on at the beginning. And that's also like in the olden days of funnels, they would have those long pages of things. No, today, all you need is simply what you're going to get and how to buy. And if you want to give them more information, give it to them after they bought.
Take my card down and then talk to me. But
yeah.
Okay. Mark said, I wish some would learn this lesson from their emails. I've stopped buying and blocked those who feel compelled to send me multiple emails every day.
Because they think more gets more sales. No. Knowing your customer, knowing what they want to hear, and talking to them not like that. Again, I always say, when you want to build your email list, simple is best. They go to the page and it says, hey, you get XYZ name, email, nothing else. Maybe the SMS. I know people want to do that, but you could do that. Everything you want is on the other side of the name and email, and click submit.
Exactly. And then honor that. Don't give me, I can't learn about the swing and then learn about um, the club head and then learn about the
A
I need to
confused
get the swing
mind will
down.
not buy. A confused mind
I was like,
will not buy. That's so appropriate for social media. They people think I gotta bombard them with information and this and that to make them buy. No, that's why I love to talk about what makes people buy, what makes your customer buy. We're talking about it right here. We're talking about it. What is your focus of? How do you communicate with them? You say what you got. You put up a post. Hey, you could even, and I always say, quote, you could do a quote. If the quote makes sense and gets their attention and gets them to go to your link in bio where you got a simple blah, blah, a couple of lines, not a whole War and Peace book, and a name and an email and a submit all in one screen, no scrolling. When they do that, that's your signal that they are on the line. As far as fishing or attention, they're on the line. Hello, they just picked up hello, like Lionel Richie. Hello, that's what they're saying. Oh, hi. Now on the other side of that, in email, you can talk to them. And again, you don't want to pile on all the time, like Mark just said. Don't send them don't say hello hey, how you doing every day. No. When you have something to say, when you have something they might want, when you want to know, hey, tell me your problems. What are you having? I'm noticing that a lot of other people are having problems with blah blah blah. Is that you? Let me know. Respond to this email or click here and let me know. See, a lot of large corporations will not do that because they don't want their customers to complain.
But they'll just keep sending us email after email after email. I already bought the pair of shoes. Stop sending me emails about buying more shoes.
That's why people unsubscribe. And then, we're getting in the email, but why do people unsubscribe? We're talking about it now. Some of the reasons why. But that's why email is one of those things that you want to have. It is tried and true and steady. It is a landline phone when the storm is coming and cell phone is out, or vice versa. That email is going to have you when Facebook goes down, when Instagram goes down. Instagram's been going down the last month a whole couple times, and people are, these, I'm going to say Gen Z, who poo-poo email. But all the people that have had a brand presence for years was like, I'm good. I'm going to talk to people in email. And it's not about, okay, I got to buy. I forgot one of these email marketing companies. It's like $100, $300. You don't have to do that. MailChimp is free up until I believe it's 1,000 people on your list. And if you got 1,000 people on your list, you better be selling them something to where you can move to. I forgot the name of it. ConvertKit. That's it. That's what I think. I think it's ConvertKit and another couple other.
Right. There's several different people that can help you do that.
Right. But what I'm saying is that people think, well, I got to get, it's going to cost me mail. I think it's MailerLite. I use MailChimp. I use for a couple people. There's a couple others that are free up until 1,000.
Yeah.
And when you got 1,000 on your list,
and then I'm not sure which one it is. It may be MailerLite, but when you get the 1,000 and you pick up, it's like $20 a month. It's
right.
Like,
so that's what I'm saying. If you get to 1,000, that's an accomplishment of there's monetization there to where you get over the hump of getting 2,000 again. And the thing is, Mario Armstrong talks about this a lot because he talks about getting sponsorships and brand deals. And one thing he said in one of his lives was that these companies, these corporations are looking for people who have a large email list. It's not about the followers on Instagram. They want to know if you got 3,000 people on a list, you are getting a brand deal. If you got 1,000 people on a brand deal where they're paying you because you have a list of people that are bought or that are bought into you and what you're talking about. So they want to connect with that. Okay. Yep. So there's much more about this topic, benefits. over features. This is just a little bit of skimming of it, of what I've learned so far. I mean, because like I said, I have this book. I want to finish reading the book. Maybe there'll be a part 2 to this. We'll see when I get to finish the book. And I also have to finish watching the video. But it's Social Media Examiner, Professor Weiss, I think, and he's talking about how to use benefits as a competitive advantage in business. And you can use that information for social media. Definitely, because social media is all about the content that connects. Remember, it's a megaphone, a platform. You're there to talk about your business or your brand. So you want to do it in the most efficient way possible, in the most clear and concise way possible to reach and connect with your audience, because those are your customers. And if they're confused, they're not going to buy.
They will walk away, literally.
Confused mind will shut. I can't handle it. It's too much. Shut down. Overloading the circuits.
And yeah, that pretty much says it all. You can't short circuit people.
No.
We already got information overload anyway.
Life. Remember, your customers are living lives of busy family, children, this, that, ups and things are going on. Political stuff is going on. Weather stuff is going on. The eclipse was happening and people were, So those are things you have to think about.
It's very interesting.
Don't confuse them. One thing to remember, do not confuse your audience, because that's your potential customer. Don't confuse them. Whatever you promise them, make sure you deliver. Make sure it's clear and concise. But the key to all of this is to sell the benefits, not the features. That means knowing what their goal is and how to reach it, the steps to get there. That's where you're making your content. You're in that area going, well, what do they need to get to that goal? Well, what happens? What are the steps? And then you take them on that journey. That's why it's a customer journey. Okay. But we'll talk about this more, the benefits, selling the benefits.
And so I would encourage you to make a connection with TJ, Terry Johnson Online, everywhere on her social media channels. And you can go to terryjohnsononline.com/info to connect with her there. And she can talk to you. Make an appointment to talk to you about your individual business, and she'll help you come up with a social media or digital marketing plan for you, customize for you.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Maureen's here. Hi, Maureen.
Hey, Maureen.
That fabulous fun closet.
Mm-hmm.
I love that when we when we clicked on it. See, this is great. Her little brand pops up. Same thing with Mark. Ask Mark Ward. I love that. See, that's what you need to do.
Mm-hmm. So people can say, "Oh, wonder what they do."
Subtle things can be seen.
Yes, you need to let people know you're out there. Mm-hmm. So this right here, Terry Johnson. Book an appointment, book a session, even if it's just to bounce something off of her. Maybe have her look at your Instagram profile, whatever it is. Book a session.
Yeah,
get some help.
Yes,
because 2024 is already spring, people. We just need to.
It's already April. I can't believe it. We're going to be in the middle of 2024 already.
Right. So come on, it's time to get our social media game together. We can do it right now. We're, like TJ said today, we're halfway. We're in the middle of social media. We're no longer in the infancy stages. We are in our middle stage, and you need to make sure that your systems are working for you well and converting for you and helping you get the results that you want. And she does this with simplicity, with ease, and this is what you need. So make sure to reach out for your personal appointment. Now, we also want to invite you to become a part of the Bizchicks community, and you can do that by texting Biz to 33777 or go to bizchicks.net. Whatever you do, we are here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. And TJ will be back with the Tech Divas on Friday. We're going to be talking tech in English or the language of your choice, but it'll be easy to understand, let you know what's happening in social media news this week. So join us on Friday, and then she'll be back here on Tuesday, every Tuesday, 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. Please come back.
Yeah.
Learn some more. We got more. There is so much
There's
more.
lots more. And as I said earlier when we started, it's also about things that change and keeping up with the changes.
Yes. And
you don't want to be doing stuff. Yeah, you don't want to be doing 2017 stuff in 2024 because that information is there. It's still, if you go and search for certain things, old stuff is there, and you use it, and you go, well, how come it didn't work? Well,
it's the same thing with when you're going to figure out something for your computer and you type it in, and they got stuff from 2017. The phone is updated, people. The phone is updated, and that's not going to work. So
doesn't work.
Yes. So with that, we want to say thank you for tuning in live and on the replay. We look forward to checking you out. We got some people in the house. We talked about Maureen and our fabulous fit closet. Closet. We got Mark Ward, the 4-minute Mark, over on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Check him out. Dr. Tachi with Indie Soup Media is running along. And we got some people in the house that are doing things. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next time.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.